Hello, my lovelies. Sagittarius, welcome to your season. Happy birthday to all the Sages out there that view the channel. Let's get into your monthly reading. You will have 2 readings for the month. I'm getting ready to record your December monthlies. I always feel like the people who have birthdays around a holiday, no matter what holiday it is, but especially Christmas, I feel like you guys always kind of feel like you get the short end of the stick. Like everybody tries to combine your presents and your birthday and the holiday. So we're not going to do that. You have your monthly for just you, and then you are going to have your December monthly. So you have your season reading plus your December monthly. So let's get into it. Let's see what we've got going on for my Sagittarius. What do we need to see? Your purpose. All right, I love this for you. So your purpose or your calling is the reason for your existence on this planet. We don't always know what that is right away. It could take us a really long time. Sometimes we don't figure out what our purpose or our calling is until we're much, much older in life. I was 40 when mine really started to peak. So I feel like it's never too late to step into those shoes and to fulfill what you're called to do. So what is your purpose, and have you found that yet, or are you still discovering it? I know what I am here to do. Do you know what that is yet? Or is it something that you're still unsure of? You're still figuring it out. How do you figure it out? Well, one of the things you can do is figure out what is it that excites you every day? What makes you want to get out of bed? Sag, you guys are some of the most adventurous in the zodiac, the fire signs especially, but I feel like you're such a free spirit. You're so independent that you are needing to really enjoy some things in life. And I feel like if you're not in that energy where you're enjoying things in life, life gets really boring. So sometimes you got to do things to shake that up. So one of the things I would suggest is to follow your passions and see if those things don't align with what your passion or your purpose actually is. Adversity. So I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So what challenges are you facing in order to overcome adversity and step into your purpose and your calling? What else do we need to see for Sag? Loneliness. So it can be a lonely road to kind of wake up your spiritual gifts. By the way, I do have a spiritual gifting course here on YouTube. If you guys are interested, shoot me an email. The linktree will have the link to purchase that. But the loneliness, you're not truly alone. Even though sometimes it feels like we're lonely even in a room full of people, it's because people don't really know who you actually are. So that creates a bit of loneliness. But you're never truly alone. Let's see if I can get this close enough where you can see. See all those little energies, those little entities there? You have a spirit team. We all have one. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirit guides, God, source, spirit, the universe. And they want you to connect with them. They want you to know that you're not truly alone. So if you're feeling lonely, it's not that you're actually alone. It's that you need to let some people in. And sometimes that's scary. Sometimes we don't want to do that. Sometimes it's easier to just go solo, but it does create some loneliness. So are you feeling that way? Do you need companionship? Do you need friendship? Do you need connection? And if you do, I feel like it's you that needs to reach out sometimes and say exactly what it is that you need. What do you need? That's something that I feel like is going to be a focal point for you this month. One more for Sag. What do we need to see? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So where are we going to replace the fear, which is ego, and operate in our intuition? We're going to take fear out of the equation. And I love this old saying. Let me see if I can remember it right. What would you try today if you knew you could not fail? What would you set your sights on? I feel like there's something on the back burner that you really do need to address, that maybe you do need to kind of jump into something. Maybe think about it first. Don't jump in without thinking about it. But what are you in denial about that needs to change? Acknowledge your fear, but replace it with the insight of awareness. Where does that come from? Your intuition. It comes from source energy. So those are some things that I feel like you're going to be working on in your Sagittarius season. All right. How do we raise the vibe? What do we need to see for Sag? Ooh, you are not alone. You are never alone. So Spirit wants you to know you are never alone. you need to call in help and assistance from the spiritual realms, and that's going to help you to facilitate friendships, connections, and to never feel like you're completely alone, because without that connection, I feel like it does get quite lonely sometimes. Let your inner fire warm you, but not burn you. So this is all about following your passions without getting so carried away that you kind of set yourself up for failure. They're giving me imminent danger, so be cautious. You want to make sure that you're not making any crazy moves. We're going to be in Mercury in retrograde fully on the 25th, so like next week. So through the holiday, we're going to be in retrograde. So, you know, things tend to come up from the past. It's a way for us to evaluate whether it's working or whether it's not. And if it's not, make changes. I am fulfilled by love. So whatever challenges you're facing, be fulfilled by love. It starts with self-love and self-care. You guys hear me say that in a lot of messages because it's the truth. You can't pour into somebody else's cup of love if yours is empty, right? There's nothing there to pour in. So you have to give it to yourself first, and that can be difficult. So what are some positive things that you can do in order to make yourself feel better? I'm not talking about going out and blowing $1 billion on retail therapy, okay? That's not it. What are some things you can do? Can you soak in a bubble bath? Can you detox from social media for a day? Can you go out in nature and enjoy some things? Can you connect with a real human being in face-to-face, real 3D time and enjoy yourself? I feel like those are some things that are achievable. Know that you are surrounded by angels because you are never alone. So they might be showing you some signals that they are around. So if you see feathers in your path out of nowhere, you know, there's no birds or anything that you can see around, it could be that there are some angels that are showing you they're near. All right, let's see what we've got going on for love for you guys for the month. What do we need to know for Sag? Show me what Sag needs to know for love for Sagittarius season. Ooh, yes. We are releasing a karmic partnership or relationship. I love that. Why? Because the karmic lesson, if it's learned, you finally get to let go of that toxic cycle that you don't want to keep. So there could be a lot of triggers, a lot of turmoil between you and this person, lots of resentment and lessons. When you learn the lesson and you master it, you grow. And my shirt literally says growth. So I feel like you're about to find the balance, and I feel like the endings are bringing in you some sort of new beginning. So it's a way for you to be liberated. It's a way for you to transform. And I feel like this is an important lesson for you to really see kind of how strong you are. It's not to say all lessons have to be painful. They don't. But I feel like sometimes they can be unless we grasp the lesson. So can you let go of outdated ways of thinking? Can you stop the self-sabotaging or repetitive cycles and finally say, enough of this shit. I don't want to do it anymore. I want something better for me, for my family, for whatever. So work towards that goal. Give me one more. Ooh. All right. So you are going through a period of growth and transformation. You are being assisted by spirit in that. But there are some things that are going to come to light. So you're going to have to adapt, change, and heal from that. And in its place, you may be finding somebody who holds the key to your heart. Somebody who's really meant to be in your life. But you first have to let go of the toxic cycles and grow from the lessons. So welcoming love, meeting the one. It's time to open your heart, getting together, and perfect. All right, let's see. What do we got going on for Sag for their month? What does Sag need to know for their month? One more shuffle. We want to make sure they're good. All right, Sag, show me what they need to see for their season. What does Sag got going on? Ooh, well, you're going to like this just a little bit. All right, Sag, not only are you going to find the peace, okay, Spirit has jokes, and I'm usually the butt of their jokes. You see the yin-yang on my shirt here? We've got the peace sign in the middle. You're about to find your balance. You're about to find your place in the world. You're about to find your purpose, your person. your happiness. The Ten of Cups is always seen as like a soulmate connection to me. I feel like it could be a best friend, but more than that, I feel like it's a romantic partner that you just click with. And I feel like this is so needed in your life because you do have the aspects of feeling lonely in your reading. And so I feel like you might not even be looking when this person comes into your life, but I feel like it will be a welcomed addition to your life. Expect some sort of communication, especially about an ending, and that ending is what's going to facilitate new communication. We also have the need to work hard at something. Could be a new job. It could be that you need to put in a lot of hours, maybe holiday hours, things like that. But I feel like the hard work is required. And some of the hard work is about breaking these cycles of loneliness, as well as repetitive cycles that are no good for you. So there will be a reason to celebrate when this new opportunity comes in. I do feel like it's a divine counterpart for some of you. So are you standing in your divine energy? Male or female doesn't matter in tarot. It's simply energy, and we have both within us. So the Empress is the divine feminine. She's seen as the divine mother. It's symbolic for creation, pregnancy. I feel like it's also an opportunity for you to start fresh, but you need to nurture the things that you want to grow. So can you start by planning or setting some goals? I feel like for work, especially financial situations, you're going to need to actually navigate that carefully and plan or set some goals. But the page is all about the planning stage, right? There's a lot of frustrations around your job, work, or money. And I feel like this can change if you focus your energy on what's most important to you. Do you need more money coming in? Do you maybe need a better paying job? Do you need to cut back on something because it's too much for you? Whatever this is, don't give up if it's worth your time. If it's something you really want, then you need to stick it out. If it's not, it may be time to kind of throw in the towel on that, but you have to decide. A world of opportunities will open up for you. You're closing out old chapters, especially really toxic and painful ones. And I feel like this is also telling you that it's time. So you could be traveling, moving, relocating, but there is some forward progress and you're overcoming these challenges that you've been facing. All right, there is new love coming in, and this person could definitely want to go the distance. I feel like if you're looking for commitment, that this person is on board with that. They're looking for their forever person. They're not settling for like one night stand energy. And they do have that old-fashioned kind of romance coming in. It's somebody who really does wear their heart on their sleeve. It's the knight in shining armor. The Knight of Cups is somebody who's generous, he's affectionate, he's loving, he brings meaningful gifts. He's really an all-around good guy. The problem is he's lacking a little bit of confidence. So once he finds that, he comes forward. All right. Planning a trip, I feel like. You could be moving, traveling, relocating for work, for a job. Your work might involve travel at this time, but you're moving to greener pastures. So whatever it is you're nervous about, things like taking too long, it's happening in divine timing. And there's some sort of illusion that needs to be revealed. So I feel like whatever this is, it could be somebody's feelings. I feel like it might be your feelings that are bubbling to the surface. So are you in denial about how you actually feel about this person once you meet them? Or are you going to allow those things to come to the surface? All right. The abundance that you're looking for is coming, so don't give up too soon. I feel like you need to stop overthinking certain situations and communicate how you actually feel. Somebody needs to be brave and take action and come towards the person that they want. And I feel like even though they're shy, they definitely have genuine feelings and emotions. So shift your perspective, see things differently, and find the silver lining. Focus on what is most important this month, especially where work and business are concerned, and be cautious with your choices. Remember, one's a karmic and one might be your forever person or a divine counterpart. So choose wisely and trust your intuition. What sparks that creativity? Where is it in your life that you really feel excited to get out of bed in the morning? What sort of creative pursuits might lead you to your purpose or your calling this month? And watch out for those spicy little encounters because you could have some coming in. Have a wonderful month. Happy birthday to all the Sages out there.